And I remember that while I was still very much young, I think when I was 9, 8, 10, this particular day, not even day actually, there are times when my mom would get me earrings. Before we even, came into this new denomination, my mom would buy me earrings. All of a sudden, I would sleep. I will not see them again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for finding my page. You just found the right page. Please subscribe, like, and share my video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I love you so much. I love the new subscribers as well. So as we all know from the thumbnail, we know what we're talking about today. So let's get right into the video without wasting much of our time, because I didn't want this video to be something so long. So I grew up in a family of 6. I'm still growing up, right, in a family of 6, and is it 6? 6, my bad. Family of 6, and right from my childhood, my mom, my dad tried to, bring us up in the way of the Lord. I feel like that's what almost every Christian parent will do, right? So they brought us up in the way of the Lord, and one of the things I learned is that I just found out that we don't wear earrings, necklace, jewelry, elaborate hairstyles, attachments, fixing of nails, makeup. And that's because we attended a certain denomination I don't want to mention now, or I might later mention. So that was because we attended a certain denomination that required us not to use all of these things I just mentioned. I lived with it for I think 18, 19, 20 years of my life. I was comfortable with it, we were always fine with it. There was no earring. I was living my life on, in secondary school, my friends would be like, cause in secondary school, I and my sister was even the only person that did not used to wear earrings, necklace, jewelry, all of those stuff. But then they say it, we hear it, and to be honest, we were very fine by it because it was what we grew into. So I lived by it and I was very okay by it. But there was one scenario I remembered while I was much younger, because I had to ask my mom that, Mom, why are we not wearing earrings and all of these things? She didn't really give a definite reason rather, but I just knew that my church at that time did not permit us to wear earrings. If you know this church already, you ought to know. Do not permit us. And I remember that while I was still very much young, I think when I was 9, 8, 10, this particular day, not even day actually, there are times when my mom would get me earrings. Before we even, came into this new denomination, my mom would buy me earrings. All of a sudden, I would sleep. I will not see them again. I might just wake up with one ear, and the other ear, I can't find it. It occurred like that for like 3, 4, 5 times. And my mom was like, you know what? I will stop getting you jewelry because you keep losing them. And I think I was fine by it before we now move into this new denomination here. I'm doing all of these things just to clear the doubt about God said we should not wear jewelry and jewelry. I'm going somewhere, please. Just stay with me. So I gained admission into the university. I think that was 2019. I came to school. Remember, when I was coming from home, I do not used to wear earrings, all of these things. I was fine by it. There are people where they don't wear these things from home. They don't use them. But when they get to school, they use them. There are people where they use them from home. When they get to school, they do not use them. Yes. So my own case was that I don't use all of these things before I gained admission. And when I gained admission, I didn't use them because I feel like I was beautiful enough. I was okay by it. It was my normal life. And even the church I attended in school does not permit you to wear this thing. It's the same church as the church CAC, Christ Apostolic Church, basically. Let me just say it. So I attend CAC at home and I attend CAC in school. So I literally had to look for CAC. So it was not like, oh, you could have gotten to school and change your perspective. You could have gotten to school and wear earring jewelry. I was okay with not wearing jewelry to the extent that The first church I attended when I got to school was a church. I think it was Rema Chapel, where they wear trousers to church, wear jewelry, all of these things. And I'm like, no, this is not my thing. I'm coming from a place where I'm not used to all of this kind of life. So I left that church and I had to look for Christ Apostolic Church Fellowship, CSC Student Fellowship, So I found one and I was so happy. So I joined the church. It was amazing. So hearing jury, we do all of those things. There are certain rules, and if you can't abide by the rules, it's not by force. If you're a normal member in this particular church, you can do anything. But if you're a worker, as long as you're a worker in the church, you have to abide by the code of conduct. And I was fine by it. I joined. There's been this controversy everywhere. People start to say that God said we should not wear jewelry. God said we should not wear this. God said we not. And I'm like, bro, guys, let's go back to the Bible. I'm not trying to preach here, but really, before we justify any popular opinion about God said, let's go back to the word of God. Let's go back to the Bible, just so we are clear and just so that we are on the same page here. In my 100 level days, my 200 level days, my 300 level, even my 400 level days, I would tell my roommates that, I don't like jewelry. It's not something I like. Maybe it's because I've not tried it before, or maybe it's been over a decade since I tried it. So I just told them I was not going to be wearing it because I don't wish to wear it, stuff like that. When I went back home for my IIT, that was in 400 level second semester, I just told my mom that, Mom, I do no longer want to attend this your church. It's been over 10 years since we've been in this church. Everybody knows us already. Just for some reason, not because of hearings and all of these things, I just felt that nudge. I was at a point in my life where I needed something more of church. I needed something more out of church. I needed something more like a place where I can call home. So I told my mom that, I don't want to attend, and I feel like I'm an adult. I can make my decision to some extent. Yes, to some extent. So she was like, okay, no problem. You know what you want. You know why you don't want to go to this church anymore. And then I decided to go to another church where I love so much. If you know, you know, this church is so amazing. Everything I had wanted. I decided to go to this church. They allow jewelry, they allow attachment, they allow all of these things, but moderately if you are a worker. So the point is that it's not as if these churches that do not accept jewelry attachment are wicked, or maybe they're overdoing it, or maybe their own is too much. I feel like it is doctrinal for every church. You say that, okay, in this particular church, they do not accept hearings, they do not accept jewelry, and this church, they accept jewelry. Does that mean that this church prayer will be answered than this other church? Does that mean that God will visit this church than the other church? Hell, no. No, because I have tasted it too. And should I say I've even seen the difference? But let's not go into that here. So when people are saying God said, God said, God said, God said, God said, I feel like, in my own opinion, if you would agree with me, when God tells you to not do something, He's consecrating you for a certain time. He's consecrating you for a period of time. He's consecrating you for a reason. So the fact that God told you not to wear jewelry anymore does not necessarily mean you now have to go and impose your consecration on other people, that God said it is not good to wear jewelry. No, that's totally wrong, because that is your consecration and you must not impose your consecration on other people's life. This is what is causing the problem. God consecrating a certain individual for a reason, for a certain period of time, and that individual misusing this time to say that, oh, God said it is not good to wear jewelry. For example, if God tells me that, Timmy, today I want you to stop putting on earrings and all of these things you wear, I feel like it is for a reason. It is between me and God, not me and my friends, not me and social media. You get? So when God tells you to do something, when God tells you to consecrate yourself, it is for you and for you alone. You don't have to impose your standard. You don't have to impose what God has told you to do on other people. That's totally wrong. Let me just share with you guys why I started to wear earrings here. So when I joined this new church here, I found out that they allow and they accept jewelry, all of these things, but it has to be moderate. If you are a worker, if you're a normal member, you can dress anyhow, you can do whatever you want to do, nobody will hold you. But as long as you're a worker, you have to dress moderately. It's not that you wear dropping earrings. And I feel like I said earlier, this thing is doctrinal. It's different thing for different churches. It works differently for different churches, right? And that does not mean that God accepts one prayer than the other. No, that is not the case. It is just doctrines. It is what each church is accepting. So I got to learn, and I went back to my Bible, and I learned that it was actually not a sin, and it is not a sin to wear jewelry. It is not a sin to wear to wear makeup. It is not a sin to wear dresses. It is not a sin to wear all of these things people claim to be sin today. Bible said something in the book of, I can't remember, but if I find it, I'll put it somewhere in this video. The Bible said that as a lady, as a woman, your beauty does not come from expensive clothes. Your beauty does not come from your jewelry. It does not come from your face, but your beauty comes from within. So you should not allow your expensive clothes, your jewelry, and your makeup and everything take the place of your natural beauty in which Christ has given you. I'm just paraphrasing, but in context, that is what that scripture is basically talking about. And there is nowhere in the Bible where Bible said that it is not good to wear earring. It is a sin to put on trousers. It is a sin to wear necklace. So let us stop going around and telling people that, oh, God said, which God? If God has told you something, it is for you and for you alone. If God has not sent you anywhere, don't you dare go about tell people, oh, God said this, God said that. And try to understand your place in God, just so you know that it is a personal thing just between you and God, because many people don't know that this thing is for them and for them alone. So they go about imposing these things on other people. So basically, I started to wear earrings because I liked it, and I just love it. And before I started to wear it, I told my mom, I'm always telling my mom everything. I'm like, Mommy, I want to start to wear earrings. And she's like, oh, it's fine. And I'm like, so, this thing all these years was not like it's a sin. It's choice and preference. Some people choose to stay unpierced. They choose, I have a friend, she's not pierced, and she's so beautiful. I have friends, they are pierced, but they do not like jewelry. I have friends, they are pierced, they are not pierced, and they really want to get pierced and start to wear jewelry. It's a personal thing, it's a personal decision, and it's based on preference. Only if God says that, okay, Tola, stop this for a while, stop this forever, in which I don't think it can actually tell you to stop this forever, but it is consecration, and God deals with us differently. God deals with us separately. God deals with us in different ways. So I feel like I hope I've not spoken too much, and I hope that we all get the plight and the understanding behind God saying we should not wear jewelry, God saying we should not wear trousers, God saying we should not wear this, we should not wear that. I hope this video has helped you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and please, on this particular topic, because I know that it's a viral thing, it's everywhere, I'd like you guys to drop your opinion. What do you think? Do you think I said it well? Do you think contrary? Do you have something else to say? Please let me know in the comment section. I will be in the comment section, and I'll be replying to all of your comments one by one. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'll see you guys in my next one.